Hi and welcome to my first video. I'm Daniel, currently 16 and studying computer science at TypeScript. Today I'll show you how I develop my personal portfolio. Even though I'm not a web developer and don't plan to become one, I've made a few websites before, mainly through group projects. So I decided to create a new site from scratch that showcases my skills and serves as my portfolio. I started by exploring new technologies to make a modern eye-catching web page. I decided on Tailwind CSS and React for the framework. I also found a lot of inspiration from JavaScript Mastery's YouTube tutorials, which helped me understand the basics of web development more deeply. After creating a few projects following his tutorials, I felt confident enough to design my own site. Initially, I want to add an AI assistant to guide users through the site, featuring a 3D sphere as a visual representation of the AI using Next.js. However, I eventually scrapped the idea as it felt overly complex and didn't serve a practical purpose. I also experimented with bend to grid to organize information about myself, but the layout didn't look as clean as I hoped, and I wasn't satisfied with the content structure. One feature I did decide to keep from this early design was a spinning wheel showcasing the technologies I'm familiar with. Users can click on it to see more details in a new window, which added an interactive element. Although I knew this version wouldn't be my final design, it was a helpful foundation to build on. I also designed a projects page, which isn't entirely finished yet but has a unique interactive concept. I added three main categories: software, hardware, and all. When users hover over each category, a custom animation plays that reflects the type of projects within. For an example, hovering over the embedded section transforms the box into a microcontroller, visually connecting the category to its focus. When clicked, each box opens a filter view of the projects within that category, like embedded, allowing users to explore related projects seamlessly. Now, let's talk about the second version. After realizing that my first attempt didn't meet my expectations, I decided to start over. This time, I focused on a more polished, professional look. I spent time watching web design tutorials and settled on a minimalist theme. I used Figma to plan out each page, trying effects like a glass look and vibrant colors, before deciding on a sleek black and white style with a subtle gray variations. In the updated version, I restructured the hero section and positioned the text next to the technologies wheel from my first design. This kept an element from the original while enhancing the look to fit the new style. I even considered adding a dark mode, but it didn't quite match the feel of the design, so I left it out. On the project page, I originally had a 3-column layout, but it felt too cluttered, so I switched to a simpler 2-column format. I kept experimenting with different layouts until I found a balance that was both clear and visually appealing. I also added a feature that creates a project page template, so when the user clicks on a specific project, the template dynamically generates a unique page for that project, saving me from having to build each one manually. I made sure the site was fully responsive across mobile devices, adjusting font sizes and layout elements to maintain a clean look on smaller screens. One of the smaller details I'm particularly proud of is the custom cursor, which changes style when hovering over text. Getting it to work smoothly was a challenge, but it added a unique touch to the experience. Another subtle feature is a black and white filter on the project images, which turns off when you hover, keeping the site visually cohesive and interactive. I also customized the scroll bar to match the site's theme, giving it rounded edges and adjusting the colors to blend seamlessly with the design. Deploying the site came with its own challenges. Since I was using Next.js, I needed to replace each IMG tag with the image component to ensure everything worked properly on GitHub pages. This was a bit tedious, but I gained a lot of insight into how Next.js operates. Once the site was live, I ran some speed tests and was pleasantly surprised by the performance, even though my initial focus wasn't on optimizing speed. If you'd like to see the final version of the site, you'll find the link in the description below. Unfortunately, you won't be able to open it directly since I'm new to YouTube, but you can also visit my GitHub profile to check it out there. That's it for now, thanks for watching and see you next time.